All right. Well, hey guys, it's Kevin again. And once again, this is going to be another movie preview, of course, talking about all the movies coming out in August. And well, I do have a guest today. This is a special movie preview. It's the first one I've ever done in person with a guest.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Who do we have? We have Allie, of course, with us.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. This was the plan. You know, we went on vacation in August and not August and at the end of July, and I told her, hey, you can be part of the August movie preview. I think you said you wanted to as well.
Yeah.
And now, well, here we are. How are you today?
I'm good, but I'm a little sad though because we're gonna be leaving soon.
I know it's very sad, but
you know, bittersweet.
But looking on the positive side, we are going to talk about all the movies coming out in August. And honestly, here's the thing: August usually is like a burial ground for movies. It's like kind of similar to January, where it's like just a lot of shitty stuff coming out. I will be honest in saying I actually think August looks pretty good this year. There's a lot of films coming out that I'm actually quite looking forward to. Starting off with this first one that we're going to be talking about. It's a film that we're actually going to be seeing today.
Yeah.
Because we had an advanced screening for it, and that is Bullet Train.
Woo!
All right, so Bullet Train, this is one that I've actually been looking forward to for quite a bit now, ever since I first heard about it. First of all, the fact that we have, you know, a director as prominent as David Leitch behind this has me very excited. I think he is an amazing director when it comes to action. I think he really knows how to pull that off very well. But also, we have an action film that just feels so heavily stylized. It has such a unique sort of style to it. And yes, you can make parallels to like John Wick and things like that, but this feels like something different. And that's something that really does excite me. And also, what a cast we have here. I mean, right off the bat, Brad Pitt, just one of the best character actors ever, I think. It's always great to see him in movies. Joey King, so excited to see what she does in this film. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Michael Shannon, and then you got Sandra Bullock as like the anonymous like voice that's like dictating to him what to do. A really fun premise as well. We got this, you know, assassin ladybug. He wants to like kind of give up, but he's like pulled back in by his handler and whatnot. This just seems like a really fun time. I feel like especially the fact that they pushed this movie to August, not because they didn't have confidence in it, but because the fact that they want this to be like the last big like summer blockbuster of the year. That really inspires a lot of confidence that this is going to be something really special. I think this is going to be a really fun time. I think that everything that we've seen, I've been very impressed with so far. It looks fun. It looks action-packed. It looks very thrilling. And I think it has pretty much all the tools to just make a really fun summer blockbuster. I hope that's exactly what this ends up being. But what is your anticipation like for Bullet Train?
Oh my gosh, I've been so excited for this one since I first saw the trailer. It's just like, yeah, the cast is stacked.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I love Joey King. I feel like this is going to be like a really good role for her.
Yeah.
Because obviously some of her movies are not the best.
Oh, yeah.
But she's a great
Kissing booth.
She's a great actress, though. So I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah.
And, like, Sandra Bullock, Brad Pitt, and all of them. Like, it's wonderful. And, like, this movie is going to be, like, an action and a comedy. Like, it looks like it's going to be very intense and fun. Yeah. And one of the better ones of the year. And I've just been so excited and hyped for this one. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait to see it tonight.
Yes, we will be seeing an advanced screening of it tonight, so I'm very excited for that one. But if you are looking forward to Bullet Train, it does come out the end of this week, which is August 5th. Hopefully this video is up by then and not 2 weeks from now, like a lot of these movie previews tend to be. But anyway, also coming out on August 5th is the next movie that Allie is going to introduce.
This next one is called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. This one I don't really know a lot about yet, but
I thought you saw the trailer for it.
I think I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we definitely saw the trailer for this one.
Did we watch this one? Unless I watched it like back.
Yeah, it was the one where like it's like a bunch of like sorority girls and they're playing like a game of bodies, 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 and it's like it's like a game. They have to shout bodies, 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 and then actual like murder occurs.
I don't remember if we watched that one last night, but It might have been like...
No, I think it was during one of the movies we saw.
Okay, yeah. Either that or I was at home when I watched it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see this one. It looks very interesting and intriguing. This cast is like pretty iconic.
Yeah.
This one, honestly, this one could be a very hit or miss one. Like, it could be like really intense and really great and looks very dark, but it also could be very cheesy. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good one. I'm excited to see it. But yeah.
We should have watched the trailer for that one before this because I thought we did.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
I am so excited for Bodies. Ever since I saw the first trailer for it, this just looked like the kind of horror film that is like right up my alley. First, not pun intended, I guess, considering she's right here. But no, in terms of the cast, I mean, there's so many actors here that I just absolutely adore. I'm always excited to see Amanda Stenberg and things. I think she's just a phenomenal actress. Maria Bakalova, I'm so happy to see in another movie. I feel like, you know, Borat, she had such an amazing debut in Borat's subsequent movie film, and I've just like been waiting for her to make another movie that's not The Bubble.
Oh no, not The Bubble.
So I'm glad to see she's doing something of note. Rachel Sennott, you know, coming off of Shiva Baby, really love her as an actress. And then Lee Pace in this film. I don't know what kind of character he's playing here, but he just looks like the exact kind of just like really just like weird, shady, older guy. And I think he's going to be really fun. Pete Davidson seems like his character is like very like self-aware in that way. And I also just really like the premise of this movie where it's like you have these 7 girls and they always play this game called Bodies. And what ends up happening is like it goes very poorly, and eventually, you know, a real murder actually takes place, and it kind of becomes this like detective story. This just looks like it has so much potential behind it. Look, I always say this with A24, anytime they have like some kind of horror film coming out, I'm excited for it. But what I like about this one is that it looks like it's going to lean much more into like horror comedy, and that's something they haven't really tackled as much. So I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. It's honestly one I'm most anticipated of the entire month. It sucks that it's not coming to my theater until August 11th. But either way, I am so excited to watch this one. It's definitely one I'm most anticipated for sure. But if you're looking forward to Bodies, it does come out at the end of this week, but it's not going wide until August 11th. I'm not sure why they changed that. I think it's because there's just not a lot coming out on August 11th. But yeah, that is coming out then. Also coming out though is a Hulu original film, which really shouldn't be a Hulu original, and that is Prey. Okay, so Prey, here's the thing. When I first heard about this movie, I was like, we don't need this. You know, it's another Predator film, and that's usually not the greatest sign. 2018, I was very excited for The Predator, and that film very much let me down. I was really not a fan of that film at all. So hearing they were doing another Predator movie just didn't really interest me much, but getting somebody like Dan Trachtenberg on board who, you know, has done things like 10 Cloverfield Lane, for example, and really knows how to, you know, build tension within films, and also having someone like Amber Midthunder, an amazing actress that I don't think has ever gotten the credit that she deserves, and having this be more of a prequel, now I am intrigued. And this film looks like it is absolutely going to deliver on the level that I wanted to. I love that this takes place like in like 1719. It's like completely different than all the other ones. It seems like this film, they're really going to go hard in terms of like the action. They're really going to lean hard in terms of like the gore and things like that. But I also like that we have a much more like simpler story here, where basically we find out that like, you know, this girl has been, you know, she's been stalking this prey constantly, and it turns out it's like this highly evolved alien, and she doesn't really know how to, you know, how to really take it down. I just think this film has so much potential behind it. I really wish this was coming to theaters. I agree with a lot of people have said Disney has just really done 20th Century Studios dirty. Like the majority of their films, they're not coming to theaters. They're dumping them onto Hulu. This is one that like I think easily could come to theaters and would probably do well. And from what I'm hearing, it definitely seems like it's deserving of such. So I'm very excited for this one. I think it's definitely going to be probably one of the best films of this month, and I'm really, really excited to see how this turns out. I'm hoping that at this time I can be excited for a Predator movie, and it's actually going to deliver and not just be something really fucking boring, but we will have to see.
I think this one looks really interesting for sure. What was it? It's a sequel, right?
No, it's a prequel.
Oh, a prequel.
It's very much a prequel. It takes place in the 1700s.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've actually seen Predator.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure
You haven't seen any of the other ones?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, I don't think you're gonna have to watch the other ones to understand this one.
If I have, it was probably forever.
It's very different from,
I probably will
from the other
go
films.
Watch it at some point, or go watch it.
Yeah. I would only the first one is good. I don't like any of the others.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably watch them at some point. But yeah, this one looks really cool for sure. Looks like it's gonna be something special, and like, damn, this cast and everything. It's just like, I don't have a ton to say about this one, but it looks interesting for sure. And I mean, anything that's like in like the prequel times like that, I'm always like very intrigued by that. Most of the time. There are times where movies can be boring.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't think this will be boring.
This one just seems like it's really going to deliver.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Prey, if you guys are looking forward to it, once again, this one also comes out on August 5th. Very interested in seeing how this one turns out. Now, this next movie we're talking about, it's very interesting because originally this film was supposed to come out, I believe, in like November. It was supposed to be like a big like Oscar contender in that way. And then it got moved to August. And well, it's coming out this week, surprisingly. And Allie's going to talk about it.
This one is 13 Lives. I didn't really know about this one much until the trailer.
Oh, yeah. This is the one that's based on that documentary we watched.
Oh. Which documentary again?
The Rescue.
Right. Oh, yeah. We did watch that one together.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to be interesting to watch, and I'm actually really excited for this one. I hope it delivers. I hope it's good. It's obviously like based on a really intense documentary we watched.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I hope it just does well, and I hope it's good. And yeah, it looks like a really good cast too.
Yeah, so like Ali said, this one is based off a documentary that we actually watched together. It's called The Rescue. Very good documentary. It's kind of like, it's this story about there was this thing that happened within a cave it was in a province in Thailand, and like these four men, basically, this junior football team and their coach were like trapped, and these four guys basically ended up rescuing them. Very well done. It does a really good job of telling that story and whatnot. To be honest, though, I just am not that impressed by what I'm seeing here. This just looks like a very like straightforward biopic in that way. There's some good actors in this film, but the trailer just isn't really like grabbing me or anything. I think the other thing that's really hampering it for me is Ron Howard being one of the directors. Just these days, you see him attached to a film, it doesn't really excite me in really any way whatsoever. I just feel like as a director, he always plays it safe. He never really tries to tell a story in like a satisfying manner, especially coming off the heels of like his last film, Hillbilly Elegy. I'm just not really looking forward to this very much at all.
Hopefully it does well. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great actors here. Obviously, Viggo Mortensen, Colin Farrell, Joel Edgerton, Tom Bateman, all really great in their own rights. Yeah. I just can't really get that excited for this one, just knowing the director that's at the helm, and also just the trailer itself. Again, it just looks kind of just like your run-of-the-mill biopic, but I hope that it ends up surprising me. I hope it's able to tell this story to its fullest potential, because it's a really interesting story. I just don't know if this film is really going to do it justice, but we will have to see. If you're looking forward to 13 Lives, it does come out on August 5th. I hope this one surprises me, but we will just have to see. Now, the next one we're talking about, this is one I've actually been interested in for quite a bit now, and this is Resurrection. All right, so Resurrection, this is a film that was at Sundance earlier this year. I remember I wanted to try to catch it there, like a lot of films, but I just didn't get around to it. But I remember this was one that like everybody was talking about, and not in the sense of just like how great it was. They were talking about just how fucked up of a film it is and how crazy of a film it is. And ever since then, I have been so intrigued to watch this. And after watching the trailer, I mean, yeah, I can definitely see why people were caught off guard by this one. I think that this one just has a lot of potential behind it. Right off the bat, Rebecca Hall is just an amazing actress. I think she's so like overlooked in that way. Not enough people talk about how great of an actor she is. Watched The Night House last year. She was amazing in that. And I think she's going to give another really strong performance in this for sure. Tim Roth, also amazing. Rarely ever disappoints in that regard. Grace Kaufman, I think, is also a really strong actress. I really like the premise of this film, where basically, this woman's abusive ex-boyfriend like kind of returns, and she has to do what she can to like protect herself and her daughter. But there's some like deeper layer going on that we don't really understand yet. I'm just very intrigued to see how this one plays out. I've heard some really great things. I think that it looks very thrilling in that way, and I think it just has like a lot of potential behind it. I don't really know much else beyond that. Obviously, watching the trailer, they didn't really give too much away, but I'm very excited to see how this turns out. By far, one of the most anticipated of the month for sure.
Oh. For a second, I was like, wait, I thought I already did it.
No, you didn't.
This one looks like really messed up because of the story, but I am really excited to see it. Because like, obviously it's about this abusive ex-boyfriend who comes into this woman's life after so many years, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like really fucked up, but I'm honestly really excited for this one because I can see it being very intense.
Yeah.
And just like very riveting, and just I'm excited. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be bad, but I honestly don't think so. Like, I feel like it is gonna be really good, just based on the premise. I have some high hopes for it. And it looks really great.
All right, so Resurrection, if you're looking forward to it, once again, it does come out on August 5th. I believe that it will be on VOD as well. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that it will be. Now, the next one we're talking about, this is one that kind of just like came out of nowhere. I remember that when they first introduced this film, I was definitely intrigued about it. Now it's finally coming out, and Allie's going to introduce it.
This one is They, Them.
No, They Slash Them is how it's pronounced.
They Slash Them.
That's the pun.
Right.
Because they slash them.
Yeah. Ever since I heard about this one, I was actually very intrigued for it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of hype for this one, and like the cast is great, and just like it seems like it's just going to be very important, but also like a fun movie too. Like, with like the storyline and everything, I think it's going to be very interesting, and I don't have I don't have any low expectations for this movie. It's going to be very interesting, very intriguing. I'm honestly like super excited for this one. Like, it's definitely one that's very high up on my list for this month.
Yeah, this one was definitely one that intrigued me for sure when reading about the premise. I mean, basically, the whole movie is taking place at a gay conversion camp, which is just one of the worst things that can ever happen to somebody within the LGBTQ community. So that already, I think, it's going to be very important. I think already that's a really good subject for a horror film because of just how like emotionally torturous that can be for somebody. But then you add this whole thing of like it being like this slasher film of sorts. I think it definitely does have a lot of potential. My only real concern is that this is very serious subject matter. And I just hope this film takes itself seriously, doesn't try to like downplay it in any way, doesn't try to like, glorify it in any way. But we will just have to see how that turns out. I do think we have a pretty good cast here. It's always good to see Kevin Bacon and things, but I hope that I hope that he, this is a good role for him.
Hopefully.
Obviously excited to see John Logan doing something because how much I love Penny Dreadful and things like that. But we will just have to see if this film really does work out. Either way, though, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it has a lot of potential behind it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I just hope that those fears that I have aren't something that is affected by this movie. I think that if they take it seriously, I think that it could be a very effective horror film for sure. And kind of like a different look at and kind of like a different perspective of what we normally see with this kind of subject matter. Boy Erased is like the perfect example of it. That film very well covers like gay conversion therapy and things like that. But yeah, They Slash Them. If you're looking forward to it, it does come out on August 5th on Peacock. And I really hope that it turns out to be something worthwhile.
It looks like it's going to be something special and has a lot of potential.
Yeah. Now the next one we're talking about is an Apple TV Plus film, and that one is Luck. Okay, so Luck, this one is actually quite special because it's the first film that's ever going to be produced by Skydance Animation. If you aren't aware of what Skydance Animation is, it's basically this new animation studio that started off all the way back in 2017, and they never were able to get a film off the ground until like 2022. Recently, it has some like former Pixar writers and things like that. I think this film has a lot of potential. Actually, it looks very like imaginative in that way. This girl stumbles upon this like she stumbles upon this whole new world of like different kinds of luck, and she basically has to team up with like all these different creatures to figure out what's going on. I just think that this has like a lot of potential behind it. It seems like it has a lot of heart. Really great cast too. Love seeing Eva Oblidza getting more work. I think that she is a fantastic actress, and I like that she is getting more work in like things that aren't just theater related. Simon Pegg, Jane Fonda, Whoopi Goldberg, John Ratzenberger, Lil Rel Howery. I mean, this film really does seem like it's going to be something really special. I feel like Apple TV Plus has been doing fairly well recently. They haven't had a lot of original films this year at all. So I hope this turns out to be one of the more successful ones. Skydance Animation actually has one other film coming out this year in Spellbound. So I hope this is a really like strong start for them. So overall, I am definitely looking forward to this one. If you are looking forward, what do you think about Luck?
Oh my gosh, this one really does. Like I echo you.
Yeah.
On like it's definitely gonna be something very special. And it just looks very creative, very innovative.
Yeah.
And just the animation looks great.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for this one. And the cast is like stacked and incredible. And this one I think is going to be like really great. I hope so because I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one as well. If you are looking forward to Luck, it does come out on August 5th. We will definitely have to see how this one turns out. Now, the next movie I'm not nearly as excited for. It's coming out in August for some reason, despite the title.
Oh, yes. The next one is Easter Sunday. This one looks very interesting. I know you're not like that thrilled, but I mean, I don't think it's horrible. Like, I mean, it looks a little cheesy, but it also looks kind of fun as well. So it's like this one could be very hit or miss for me. But it's kind of random that they brought like an Easter movie to come out in August.
It was literally supposed to come out like April 1st. I don't know why they changed the date.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I love Tiffany Haddish. I think she's hilarious.
And some things.
And so I am excited to see this one. I mean, even if it's bad, I mean, I just want to see it just for the fun of it. Because I mean, bad movies can be very fun to watch.
It depends on the movie.
But yeah, this one, it might be cheesy, but it might also be really great. I'm excited.
I don't know. Look, I don't think this looks like absolute shit or anything like that. Like another movie we're gonna talk about a little bit later on. But I don't think this looks particularly good either. First off, just the fact this is coming out in August and not like Easter, I just don't understand it. It's like when a Christmas movie comes out in like November. I don't understand that either. It's like just have movies that are themed around the holiday that they're on come out around this like at the right time. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But that's not why I'm not looking forward to this movie. I'm not looking forward to it because it just looks like a very generic comedy to me. It doesn't really look like anything that's special. I will say it does seem like we have some good like representation with like Filipino families and things like that. I think that's definitely something that is special. I'm glad that, you know, that community is going to get a comedy that hopefully ends up delivering. But I hope for their sake, this movie does turn out to be something really good, because it'd be great for them to have like a really good like family comedy in that way. But just from what I'm seeing from the trailers, it just looks very run of the mill. The fact that it's coming out in August is really not a good sign. It feels like it's just a movie that they're just trying to like kill. They don't really know what to do with it, so they're just throwing it in August. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really that excited for this one. Hopefully it surprises me, but right now I'm just kind of like very on it. Like that's really the best way I can describe it. I don't really have a ton to say. Easter Sunday coming on August 5th. That's everything coming out on August 5th. We're going to get into the next week here where there really is not a lot of good stuff coming out at all. But the first one we're talking about, it is on August 12th, and that is Fall. What the fuck is this? Like, right off the bat, what is this? Look, I understand we have these like survival movies and things like that, but you're telling me the best that you can do is a movie about like two people climbing the tallest fucking tower in the world and then they get stuck? Like, that's the whole movie we're dealing with here. I will say there are definitely parts that do look a bit thrilling in that way, and definitely do seem like something that could be very like, you know, they're very exhilarating, but it just doesn't really look like anything that's special to me. I feel like I've seen this film like tons of times before. I don't really see what this is going to add to like a large catalog of just like survival thrillers. It's just like they're two best friends. They dare each other to do something stupid, and now they're going to have to suffer the consequences because of it. Maybe don't climb the largest radio towers. Like, I don't know. This looks really dumb. Like, yeah, vertigo is a real thing, and I think that's going to be portrayed well, but overall, I just think this looks really just kind of like whatever to me. This is a very like typical August release.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it looks very intense and riveting for sure, but like, yeah, I don't know. This one could be very hit or miss, because it could be either really good or really bad. What was it? 47 Meters Down.
Yeah.
I actually liked that one.
I've not heard good things.
I think I watched it with Emily. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think that's who
I wouldn't. I didn't know you then.
But yeah, I actually like that one. This one, it's just like, what are they trying to do? Like, they are just trying to make a sequel of it. Like, is there a point?
Well, it's not a sequel to 47 Meters
Well,
Down.
not a sequel, but like a second kind of similar movie.
Yeah.
But like, what do they tend to do? Like, I don't know. There's no point for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still want to see it, because like, who knows? Maybe it's gonna surprise me. I always like being surprised.
Yeah, me too.
And also Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in it, which he's great. He's wonderful.
Oh yeah, he is.
But yeah,
he can be the saving grace of this movie.
Yes, he probably will be like the best part.
Yeah, and also Mason Gooding from Scream. He's great too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope it's good, but we will see.
Yeah, Fall, if you're looking forward to it, it comes out August 12th. I don't think there's many people excited for it. Nor is there for the next movie we're talking about that Allie's going to introduce.
The next one is Mac and Rita.
Oh, God.
Yeah. This one looks a little odd.
That I would describe. Odd is a good way to describe it. What?
Oh, just need to like read the description again.
That's the one where
right,
she like,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Looks very interesting. I don't know how to feel about this one. Diane Keaton, she's a great actress, and Simon Rex is great. And like, and Martin Short's in it. And there's like some good people in this movie.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. This premise seems okay. Like, but just the trailer looks really stupid.
Yeah.
Very dumb. It's just gonna be one of those typical like dumb comedies that like you probably only watch just for like as a background movie, or like it's a great cast, don't get me wrong, but like they probably only like said yes because maybe the pay was really good or something. Who knows, maybe it'll be amazing, but as of right now I don't have high hopes for it, but we will definitely see.
Oh my God. Look, there are some movies that are out there that I understand I am not the target audience for. This is the kind of movie I just can't fucking stand. The premise of this film is so fucking stupid. Like, I legitimately don't understand what they're trying to get at here. So you have this woman who is at 30 years old. She's joining like this bachelorette trip for her friend. She doesn't want to be there. She goes to this guy. He tells her like whatever you wish will come true. She wishes she's like a 70-year-old woman who needs to like get a break or something like that. And then, oh my God, she turns into a 70-year-old woman. And then she turns into Aunt Rita, who now is successful of sorts, but I'm guaranteeing you the message of the movie is that she didn't need to turn 70 to gain that success. She just needed to have the fucking confidence in herself to do so. This just looks so fucking stupid. Like all the comedy.
Yeah, like the premise is probably going to be very predictable.
Yeah, it looks really predictable. The comedy just like completely falls flat for me. I don't understand what they're really trying to get at when it comes to this premise. There's nothing funny about what's going on here. Oh my God, she's 70. She's with like a 20-year-old. Wow, so funny. Like, stop. No, this is dumb. There's some good actors in here, like you mentioned. I do like Diane Keaton, Taylor Page, Elizabeth Lale, Simon Rex, Martin Short. They could potentially save this movie. And Katie Aselton, I'm a fan of her. Like, I really liked her work in Legion. I don't know how she is as a director. I haven't seen any of her other movies prior to this in terms of like directing wise, but I just don't think this looks very good at all. Every time I see this trailer, I'm just absolutely cringing.
It is cringy.
Yeah, it's just the kind of comedy that I just really can't stand at all. I don't think this looks very good in any way. I don't really understand who the target audience really is here. I just think this looks like a really dumb comedy, and yeah, it's honestly probably my least anticipated of the month. I don't really want to dwell on it too much, but Mac and Rita, if you're looking forward to it, it comes on August 12th. Go nuts, I guess. Now, also coming out on August 12th is a film that I'm definitely somewhat excited for, and that is 13 the Musical. Okay. So this one I have a bit of a complicated relationship with because 13 the Musical, like as a musical, is fantastic. It's a musical that I really do enjoy a lot. I love the songs. I love the premise.
Same.
I've always been a fan of the source material, and I've always thought this could work well as a movie. Like that's something that I've always thought. When I heard they were doing a movie adaptation, I was very much on board. I was like, okay, we have probably some really talented child actors. You can add, a little bit to it. So I thought that there was a lot that they could do with it. But I got to be honest in saying I have not been impressed by the marketing of this movie. The trailer itself, it just looks like a very generic, like family film. Like it doesn't really look like anything that special. They changed things up where now his parents they're getting divorced. It's not like his dad like ran off or anything like that. They're now getting divorced and he's having a hard time like kind of coping through that. And he's trying to like settle into like a new transition of sorts. They've added some more adult characters like Josh Peck's character. I don't understand what the point of him is at all right now. I love Josh Peck, but like it just seems like he's kind of a pointless character. Same with his grandmother. They've added a bunch of other like new songs and things like that. And I just got to be honest in saying I just really haven't been impressed. And the music itself, I like a lot of this music, but I like it when it sounds like kids singing and not like a terrible like Kids Bop type cover. A lot of this sounds like Kids Bop to me. Like all the stuff we hear in the trailer, the most recent clip they put out of Opportunity, it just really is not impressing me all that much. I feel like they didn't really get that great of like child actors. They just kind of found who they could. I will say what has impressed me is the new song that they released. The new song I actually like quite a bit. I forgot what it's called, but I have been listening to it, and I actually really do like it a lot. But just as a movie, I'm just not super impressed by what I'm seeing here. I really want to be excited for this. Don't get me wrong. I want to be able to sit here and say 13 the Musical is like my most anticipated of the month, but I got to be honest in saying the marketing just really has not impressed me that much, and that's unfortunate because I felt like this had a lot of potential to work as a musical, but and maybe it still can. Like this, I think that the production design looks really good. The clip they had of Opportunity, I wasn't a big fan of the vocals at all, but I really like the blocking and the production design and things like that. It just really comes down to the fact that I just don't think this really looks like anything that special. It just looks like a very like generic family film, and the child actors just aren't impressing me much. So yeah, that's really my 2 cents. I'm still excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited because I like the source material, but the marketing just I've not been that impressed with. So hopefully it surprises me. But right now, I really am just not that excited for it. I'm still looking forward to it, but I am not as excited as I want to be.
Yeah, I'm honestly on the same page there. Like, I really love this musical, the music and everything. I love the songs.
Oh yeah.
But like, they really do sound like Kids Bop.
Yeah.
From the trailer and everything.
Especially their cover of the title song. It just yeah.
But like, hopefully it surprises me. Because I mean, like, I want to watch it, and I am very excited to see it. I just hope it's really good. I mean, not everything, not every adaptation is great.
No.
But I mean, I hope this one is. Maybe they'll bring Ariana and Liz in. Like a little scene.
I don't think they have plans to do that, but
probably not. But I mean, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be cool if they like brought some of the like original cast in there. But I also like I want this to stick out. Like I recognize that 13 came out all the way back in 2008, and there's a lot that has changed since then in terms of like technology. I don't have an issue with that. I just think the marketing has been very lukewarm so far, and I just have not been super impressed.
I mean, hopefully the production and everything are great.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I want to like it. I want it to be fantastic. You know. But yeah, as of right now, I'm very excited, but I'm also worried. Like I'm very weary, but I hope it surprises me.
Yeah. So 13 the Musical, if you're looking forward to it, it does come out on August 12th. Like I said, I'm still excited for it. I'm just not on the level that I want to be in terms of this film. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Now, the next one we're talking about, though, was another movie that was supposed to come to theaters, and now it's suddenly not anymore. It's going directly to Paramount Plus. And the next movie, what's the next movie we're talking about here?
The next movie is Secret Headquarters.
All right.
I have not seen the trailer until last night.
Yes.
But I'm actually kind of excited. Like, this guy and his friends start to believe that his father is a superhero after finding a headquarters under his home. And I just think it looks really fun. I love Owen Wilson. He's great. He's an icon. And there's some like good people in this movie. And like obviously I love superhero stuff, so it's definitely something that really like sparks my interest. Hopefully it's great. It looks just really fun and just like one of those like fun movies that we just need whenever we are feeling down and stuff or sad. Just like one of those movies you just put on to like put on a happy face. I mean, it's going on Paramount Plus, so hopefully it'd be cool if it went to theater.
It's not,
sadly, but I mean, I hope
it was supposed to come out like I think August 5th, and then they moved it for some reason.
Wow. I hope it's good because I am very excited for it.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. This trailer, like just watching it, I definitely get the vibe of like why this is not coming to theaters, because I don't think this looks very good at all. I think the premise definitely has potential, but it just looks kind of stupid to me. Like, oh my God, my dad's a superhero. Oh my God, we got to do all this stuff now. Like, it doesn't really look that great. I like Owen Wilson a lot, but he kind of looks miscast here. I'm just not really buying the fact that like this guy is a superhero. There's all this stuff he's hid from his kid. It just seems kind of phony to me. I'm not really believing that at all. I will say the child actors do look good. They definitely seem like they're going to be like the standout of the movie. I think they're going to work well together. But then you also have Michael Pena playing like the villain. And the last time Michael Pena played the villain, it was in Jexy. And you guys know how much I fucking hated him in Jexy. So like the last thing I need is to see Michael Pena playing a villain again. I just don't need to see that happening. I like Michael Pena as an actor, but a villain he is very much not. And I don't think that's gonna work to any greater effect than it did here. Yeah, this just does not really look that great to me. The directors as well don't really inspire much confidence. These are the guys who they've done like Paranormal Activity 3, they did Paranormal Activity 4, they did Nerve, which I wasn't.
I love Nerve.
I wasn't big on that one.
Nerve is so good. What are you trying to say?
It's all right. I'm not really.
It's so iconic.
It's not that great.
No, it's great.
But yeah, we'll see how this one ends up turning out. Again, it just looks like a very generic like movie to me. Paramount Plus really not doing it in terms of original films, and this doesn't really seem like one that's going to be that great either, but we will just have to see. It does come out on August 12th if you are looking forward to it. The next one we're talking about, though, this is another theatrical release that I don't think a ton of people know about, and this one is called Summering. All right, so Summering, this is another film that I believe was at Sundance, and it was another one that I was somewhat intrigued by. It wasn't like on my like I must watch this list or anything like that, but I really do like what I'm seeing here. It's like you got these four best friends, and they're about to start middle school. They know their lives are going to change, and they want to try to make the most out of their summer. It just seems like this could be like a very like positive film in that way. It could maybe be like a summer film that a lot of people end up watching for generations to come. I really like the child actors that are in this movie from what I'm seeing. I will say I didn't get the greatest reviews at Sundance, but I like what I'm seeing here. I hope that this can be one of those films where I watch it and I'm like, I just don't really agree with what the majority of people are saying, because I do think it does have quite a bit of potential behind it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about this one.
Yeah, this one actually looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I only saw the trailer like last night.
Yeah.
For the first time, but it just seems like one of those like wholesome summer movies that you just like watch just when you're just like in any kind of feeling. And like I don't know. This movie looks like something I really enjoy. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not just like cheesy and basic.
Yeah.
I hope it just like really surprises me, but I'm very excited for it. So
yeah, so Summering, if you're looking forward to it, does come out August 12th in theaters. I'm surprised it's getting as big of a release as it is, but that is when it is coming out. The next one we're talking about is your next big budget Netflix movie of the month that probably won't be very good, but Allie's going to introduce it.
This is Day Shift. Okay, I just saw the trailer last night for the first time, and I'm very excited for it. Like, look at this cast. Like Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg and people, and Dave Franco
and
and other people. Yes, but it looks really kind of fun. Looks kind of iconic, honestly. Yeah, it's about this dad who provides for his family as a pool cleaner, and he's secretly a front for a union of vampire hunters. Like, I like a lot of vampire things. Well, mostly like Vampire Diaries and stuff. But and then obviously I like action comedies. I feel like this one will actually really surprise people, because I mean, obviously Netflix can be very hit or miss with their films. But I'm actually very excited for this one. I think it should be I think it's going to be something special, and it has a lot of potential to be really good.
I can't get excited for this one. I feel like Netflix, they're on this streak of these big budget releases with these big name actors, and they're just not very good. And I feel like Day Shift is going to be the next one where it's like, it's one that has potential. It seems like it could be a lot of fun, and then it just lets us down. And that's what I'm expecting from Day Shift. It's happened now with Spiderhead. It happened with The Gray Man, and I think it is going to happen with Day Shift. I'm not super excited for this at all. I do think the premise is fun, but that's really all I can say. I just feel like this Netflix is just, the problem with Netflix right now is they are on this high of, we're going to give all this money to things, and they're not really letting directors, recognize that, like, there are things that need to be changed. They're almost giving too much control to directors. They're not really telling them when, this isn't going to work, we need to change things up or things like that. And I feel like Day Shift is just another example of that, where it just doesn't really seem like it's going to be all that great. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. If you're looking forward to Day Shift, it does come out August 12th, but I am not really one of those people. The next one we're talking about, though, is one that I have a lot to say about for sure. I'm very excited for this one. It's called Emily the Criminal. Oh my God, I've already seen this movie. I've done a review for it. If you want to check it out, it's on my Sundance reviews. It's really good. I recommend it. I don't have much else to say. Allie, go ahead.
Oh my God, I am super excited for this one. I had a chance to watch it at Sundance with you, but the only way I could watch it is if I was working.
Yeah.
That was during an hour I had to work.
Hey, you didn't get to watch it.
But it's okay, because it'll be out soon, and I cannot wait. I love Aubrey Plaza so much.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a great role for her, because she's she's a very talented actress, and she's really I think she's really going to showcase what she can really do, like not just the comedy stuff. And she's such an icon. I love her so much, and this film looks like very intense, looks very crazy, and just from like what I've heard, it seems like there's going to be a lot happening that I'm just really excited for. Yeah. But also, I should definitely be prepared to when I watch it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend checking this one out. It's very suspenseful. It's has a very interesting, I think, some very interesting social commentary on like people who are more like middle class and things like that, and kind of like how they like and like how people can get like easily fucked over by like student loans and things like that. I just think it's a very very well done film that I really do hope a lot of people end up checking out. The next one we're talking about, though, is we go from a movie that I think is really special to more just like generic August schlock, and that's the next one that Allie's going to introduce.
This next one is Beast. I didn't really know a ton about this one going into it, but it's about a widowed husband who returns, where he met his wife, and it just seems it seems like a very interesting one. It could be, I don't know, I'm not really sure what I could think about this one. I don't know if it's going to be, like, it could be a very hit or miss one. It could be really good, or it could be really bad. But from this premise, I honestly am pretty intrigued by it. Looks like it's going to be very like intense, very suspenseful. I can't wait. I hope it's good. I don't have a ton to say, but I hope this one really surprises me.
I don't know. This is another one where it's just like, it's about a guy and there's like a mountain lion going after him and his family, and that's like all there is to it. Like, this doesn't really look like anything special to me whatsoever. It's another movie where it's like, we need stupid shit to put out in August. And
wait a second, I think this is the one I've seen a bunch of
times.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's with like Idris Elba. It doesn't really look like,
because he's trying to save his family in like their car and stuff. That's the one I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it mixed up with some other one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, it does actually look really intense. I'm excited.
I'm not excited. I think this just looks like a very generic survival thriller. It doesn't. It doesn't really look like anything that is special to me. Literally every time I see this trailer, I forget about it. It's one of those movies where it's like, Oh yeah, this is a thing. This is coming out. Idris Elba, cool guy. I like seeing him in movies. He's a great actor, but he does a lot of not so great films, and this is one of them. Sharlto Copley is another actor I really like, but again, he's in a lot of not so great movies. I like Riley Keough, but I don't think they're going to be enough to save this movie. Because right now I'm just kind of like, this just looks like the kind of shit you usually see in August. So yeah, I can't get excited for this one. It looks really stupid.
I hope it has a lot of potential, but we'll see.
I don't think a mountain lion attacking a family has much potential. But yeah.
I mean, it looks like it could be very predictable too.
I don't know. If you're looking forward to Beast, it comes out August 19th, the day after my birthday. That's cool, I guess. But we'll have to see how this one goes.
Also, shout out to Jen, because that's her birthday.
Oh, yes, that is. Yeah, definitely. I'm not really that excited for that one. The next one, however, I am actually quite excited for. You're introducing it.
Oh, right. This one is Orphan First Kill. I mean, this one, like, I'm not, obviously, like, I'm very iffy with horrors. Like, I only watch them with people. Like, if I was watching alone, I probably would. But I wouldn't. But, I don't think I've seen the original, so I definitely should go back and watch it before I see this one.
Yeah, because you're not going to understand this one if you didn't see the first one.
If I have seen it, it's been forever, but I don't, it doesn't ring a bell to me. So, I mean, from the trailer, it looks very, like, horror, very, like, just looks like such a horror and looks kind of scary and creepy. But I'll still watch it. I mean, obviously, once I see the first one first. But yeah, I don't have a ton to say. I just hope it's good. And I mean, maybe I'll take my friend and I will go see it. Who knows?
It's not coming to theaters. It's coming to Paramount Plus.
Oh, Paramount Plus. Okay.
So you'll watch it on there. But okay. Yeah, Orphan First Kill. I'm actually quite looking forward to this one. I think Orphan is a horror. It's not a horror film. It's more of a thriller, honestly. Okay. It's still horror, but I would say it's definitely more of a thriller than anything. Yeah. It's got horror elements, but it's more of a psychological thriller. I think it's a very overlooked horror film. Really good twist. Isabel Fuhrman turned into such an amazing actress, and you really kind of see her like rise to prominence in that film. And considering the twist of that movie, it does make sense to make a prequel and for it to make sense with Isabel Fuhrman being as old as she is. I can't really say much more than that since you haven't seen the movie. But I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. I'm not too sure what exactly they're going to do here. I do have one pretty major concern, though, and that's the director of this movie, William Brent Bell, is horrible. He's a terrible director.
Oh, no.
He's made some really stupid movies recently, like Brahms the Boy 2, Separation last year, The Devil Inside. Yeah, that's really my only worry with this film. I don't like him as a director. I'm sure he's a nice person, but as a director, he just does not do it for me. I think his horror films often come across as very cheaply made. They come across as not very well thought out. He's got these really stupid twists that he throws in that make no sense. And I'm expecting that to be the case with Orphan First Kill. I'm not sure how he can fuck it up, considering we already know the twist of the first movie, and we know somewhat of what's going to go down here. But I'm sure he will find a way, because that's just the kind of director that William Brent Bell is. He just always finds a way to come up with the most inane shit possible, and I'm expecting that in this movie. But hopefully that he can actually surprise me, and maybe this is one of his better films, because I really am excited for this. I think this has quite a bit of potential behind it. I think there's a lot you can do with a prequel to the first Orphan. Isabel Fuhrman is an amazing actress, and I think she alone can carry this movie. Julia Stiles is a great actress as well. So yeah, I think I'm definitely overall looking forward to this one. I'm just quite concerned because of the director, but that aside, I definitely think this has potential. I am looking forward to it. It comes out August 19th. It's going to be on Paramount Plus, and I hope it turns out to be really good. So the next one we're talking about, though, is one that I don't think as many people know about, and that is Spin Me Round. All right, so Spin Me Round. This is one that I didn't really know too much about at all. But I actually think this looks like a lot of fun. Basically, you have this woman and she wins this trip to like Florence, and it starts off to be really good, but then it kind of goes off the rails a bit. This just seems like it could be like a really fun movie. You got a really good cast here: Allison Brie, Aubrey Plaza, Molly Shannon, Lil Ro Howery, Alessandro Navallo, Tim Heidecker. Just really strong cast all around. I don't really have a ton to say about it other than it looks like a really fun time. It seems like it's going to go in some kind of twisted directions as well. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this one I'm super, super excited for. It's like one of them that are really high up on my list for this month.
Yeah.
And once I first saw the trailer, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna. This is definitely one movie I'm gonna love. And I watched it again last night, which I was excited. And it just looks like one of those like fun, sweet, wholesome movies, and it's great cast too. Like I love Alison Brie, I love Aubrey Plaza, I love Debbie Ryan, Molly Shannon, and such. And like I think it's gonna be very strong and just like just a very like nice, sweet film. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this one.
All right, so if you are looking forward to Spin Me Round, it does come out on August 19th. That's everything coming out on August 19th. We're going to go ahead and get into the next week of August 26th. There's only a couple more movies to talk about here. This next one is called The Invitation.
Ooh.
Okay, so this one, it was formerly called The Bride. It's kind of like taken inspiration from Dracula. This is another one where it just kind of looks like a very throwaway horror film. You got this girl and like she takes this DNA test and oh my God, she's got this long lost cousin that she didn't know about. And, she gets introduced by like her new family and oh my God, there's all this crazy stuff going on. I've heard people compare this to Ready or Not. I don't think that is an inaccurate comparison, but I think this looks like Ready or Not. If it wasn't anything that special, this just looks like a very just kind of like whatever horror film to me. I've watched this trailer quite a few times, and it's another trailer that I just instantly forget about. There's some good actors in here, but overall, I don't really think this is going to be anything that great. Maybe it'll surprise me, but right now I'm just not really feeling it at all. There's always like that one horror movie that comes out in August that's very much just like this is an August horror film, and this is that movie, I think.
Yeah, this one looks kind of predictable. Like I don't have any low expectations, but I also don't have any high either.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good. I don't have a ton to say. It looks like intriguing by the story and the premise, but like it just also looks very simple, very typical. But I am excited. I hope it surprises me.
All right, so Invitation, it comes out August 26th. We'll see how this one turns out, but right now, just kind of meh on it. Also, the next one, this is another one that was supposed to come to theaters originally, but now it's getting dumped onto Prime Video, and Allie's going to introduce it.
This is Samaritan. I'm actually excited for this one, not gonna lie. I just saw the trailer last night. It looks, I hope it's good. It looks intriguing. I'm excited to see it. Sylvester Stallone's great. Moises Arias from Hannah Montana's in it.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's about a young boy who comes to the realization that a famed superhero who was thought to have gone missing after an epic battle 25 years ago. And it's still in fact to be around. It's another superhero movie, which I love. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's not like cheesy or anything. Like I want it to surprise me. I don't want it to disappoint me. But I don't have a ton to say, but I just really hope it's good.
I was initially excited for this one just based upon the premise. I thought it had some potential, but watching the trailer, it's another one where I'm just like, I get why this isn't coming to theaters because I don't really think this looks all that great. I like Sylvester Stallone a lot, but I don't think he picks very good movies these days.
Yeah.
I think this is another one where it's just kind of like, it's an interesting premise, I suppose, where it's like, oh my God, there's this superhero that I've adored all this time, and now he might actually still be around. But other than that, I don't really think this looks like anything that special. I like Julius Avery as a director. Overlord, I think, is a very overlooked movie that came out in like 2018. But other than that, I don't really have a ton to say about this one. I hope that this turns out to be a good movie. Sylvester Stallone is a great actor, but I just don't think this movie is really going to utilize him all that well. It looks kind of just boring, to be honest with you. But yeah, I hope that it's a good movie, but we will just have to see. But if you are looking forward to Samaritan, it does come out on August 26th on Amazon Prime. We do have one more movie here to talk about that comes out on August 31st, actually, not on a Friday. It comes out on August 31st, and that is 3,000 Years of Longing. All right, so this one I have been excited for quite a bit now. Just the fact that knowing that George Miller had another movie coming out after like so many years of not having anything after Mad Max Fury Road, I was just really excited to see him having something new. And I didn't really know too much of what this was going to be, but this is just the kind of film that looks right up my alley. I love the imaginative feel of everything. I think the premise is like super interesting. You have this, this woman, and she comes across this djinn of sorts, and he offers her 3 wishes in exchange for his freedom. And then there's like other consequences that goes down. I mean, there's just a lot you can do with this particular premise. And then, I mean, just Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton alone, those 2 actors, I think, are enough to really carry this movie. Tilda Swinton is one of the best actresses working today. Idris Elba, this is the kind of movie I wish he'd do more of, not stuff like Beast. Put him in more stuff like this. This looks like a film that's going to utilize his talents very well. The rapport between these 2, I already really am liking from the trailer. This just to me looks like the kind of just like really original and different take on a sort of genie story that we've seen before. I don't know much about the source material or anything like that, but knowing George Miller is behind it, I really do think this has potential to be something really special. It looks very like ambitious in that way. The visual style of this as well, let me just say, looks amazing in this movie. So many just striking images just from the trailer alone. If I'm being honest, this is my most anticipated of the entire month. Every time I see this trailer, I just get more and more excited for it. I really hope this is just the kind of film that just closes out the summer in the best way possible, because I think this is the kind of like original and different kind of film that I think we really do need right now. So yeah, I'm very, very hyped for this one.
Yeah, this one I didn't even know about until I watched the trailer last night with you. But I was really intrigued by it, and I think it's going to be something special, and like I can see the acting being phenomenal, and the storylines and premise are just like really interesting and very creative and unique, and I don't have a ton to say about this one just because I didn't know much about it, but I am excited, and I feel like it's going to be really great and something special.
All right, so 3,000 Years of Longing, if you are looking forward to it, does come out on August 31st. And with that, that's it. Those are all the movies coming out within August. Right off the bat, I do want to thank my guest here for being here with me. If you want to plug any of your stuff, go right ahead.
Follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd, and hit me up for anything else. Just follow me there. Stay tuned for more conversation with Kelly.
Yes.
Like, we've obviously haven't done a ton during this trip because we've been so busy, but we will get back into more podcasting soon.
Yes, we're podcasting Claim to Fame. We're podcasting Ascendant still. We are going to get back into Big Brother.
Yeah, we're probably going to catch up and then maybe do just a season review, but we'll see. And then
also stay up to date with Applause. We've hit the merge.
Yes. We're so excited. We finally hit merge, and we just had our first merge trial.
Yeah, it was cracked. That's all we will say.
It was so much fun.
If you want to stay up to date with that, you actually can now, because all the tribals will be public from here on out. Yeah. So yeah, you'll get to watch them live. So look forward to that. But other than that, that's it for.
We're so proud.
Yeah, we're very proud of how this has turned out. Other than that, though, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, comment down below. Let us know what movies you guys are most looking forward to within the month of August. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in my next video, and we'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.
Bye.
She hit me in the